11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
York able to send this one through.
And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple. Run drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You have the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Pressure, and they got to him again. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. they go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Chandler.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
York able to send this one through.
And that will make it 6-0.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive starts out, but still able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Dancing to his left.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All go special! All go special! Play out, play out, play out, play out!
Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up the 4th down.
It's been this negative ways he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Jones will come now in motion right. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Jaguars at 1-8 now on the year. Well, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
14. Guys, 4 down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's Jordan Stout now. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. To throw is Watson. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. The final shot before the break. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Waller as time expires in the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead on the final play of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. From From the shotgun, Wilson. Completed out left to Dobbs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ty Chandler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky, they worked out.
Yeah, I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. Watson on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Now Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson fighting through pressure. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in the... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
14, 14, 20. Look that.
To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there, because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So Houston going to come